Meteorologist Anthony on us. So what we can expect with Tropical Storm Francine. Latest update, 65-mile-per-hour winds, moving north-northwest at 7 miles per hour. So it's moving fairly slow, but it is going to become a hurricane either late tonight or early tomorrow morning. So here we are with 75-mile-per-hour winds, and there's now the possibility that it's a Category 2 as we head toward early Wednesday morning, which of course means when you have a forecast of a Category 2 right around Lafayette, that it can be also a 3. And so this is intensifying as it moves to Louisiana. The closest I think it gets to us, at least right now, is right around Sabine Pass. And so that would be the closest. It'd be a direct hit for us because this cone represents the where the center of circulation would make land, and that would be off a little bit farther off to the right here. And here's New Orleans, and this is going to be making land. It looks like about 1 o'clock in the afternoon on Wednesday with 100-mile-per-hour winds. Not going to get stuck. It's just going to continue to move up to the north and be a rainmaker for the central United States. Our impacts, first of all, are mainly going to be coastal, and they could be rough, so just a big heads up. We've got storm surge watches, and then we also have coastal flooding that's possible. Not much rain in Houston, but there is going to be some rain that you need to be aware of as we move throughout Tuesday and Wednesday. So first of all, let's start with the tropical storm alerts. Tropical storm watches in effect along our coastal cities, warnings off over the water. We're going to see winds 20 to 30 knots, all the way to gusts to 35, and also the seas 10 to 15 feet, which of course with small boats knocks those over really easy. So you have the tropical storm warnings and watches that are in effect. And also we're going to see some coastal flooding, and so you got Highway 87 here in Bolivar. That area really floods easy when you get a tropical system easy, so they're going to do a voluntary evacuation there, but it's really a flooding of low-lying areas along our coastal cities, and this is even without a direct hit. So just want to make sure you're aware we are going to see some coastal flooding, and we also have storm surge of 1 to 3 feet. So here's what it looks like as it moves in and makes land. A couple things I just wanted to make aware to you is that the heaviest rain is in Louisiana, but you can see even on this clean side of the storm, we are going to see some showers before this moves up to the north. So now I want to zoom in and take a really in-depth look at what we could see here in Houston. I think we get the rain as early as overnight tonight into early tomorrow morning. It stays mainly along the coastline for the morning time, but then we start to see a few isolated hit and miss showers as we head toward tomorrow afternoon. Most of the concentrated widespread rain is closer to Louisiana, but we are going to have some cells, and these can be heavy. And so be aware, tropical moisture always brings in a little extra heavier rain, and so while it's more hit and miss compared to widespread, we are going to see a few showers that stay with us throughout the day. Tuesday, things settle down as we move toward Wednesday morning. And so when you look at what's happening with the rain totals, you've got Galveston and Anahuac about 1 inch, but Conroe, do you see how it sticks out at 2.5 inches? The reason is some of these individual cells can drop a heavy amount of rain in a short amount of time. So be aware, that's why we do have some flooding threats, street flooding threats, even though they're small for us in Houston. And also, if it tracks farther to the west and, for example, hits Sabine Pass, these areas are going to be higher in rain. But if it hits a little closer to Lafayette, it's going to be a little different. Let's talk about the winds now. Haven't mentioned the winds. And so what we're going to see from now through Tuesday evening, the winds are going to be fairly light, but they start to pick up speed as we head toward Tuesday night. They start to really get strong as we head toward Wednesday morning. You see these 30+ mile per hour consistent winds. These aren't the wind gusts that stay with us all the way through the morning time. And by the time we get to the evening, as the storm's off here, we get a little wraparound, dry, weaker northerly wind. The strongest winds I see right now, Wednesday morning, 9 o'clock, 47 mile per hour gusts, 38 in Anahuac, Lake Jackson at 25. There you see about 15 miles offshore is where we're seeing the center of Francine. Here's your storm surge, and that's 1 to 3 feet in southeast Texas, and then you can see the red 9 to 12 feet really from Lafayette that extends all the way just to the south of New Orleans, and then as you head toward off to the east, it goes to 6 to 9 feet and even 3 to 6 feet. So we're at the lowest level, but still we get coastal flooding at that amount, so just be aware that that is an impact for us. I still have a little bit, at least a chance of rain left over Wednesday. We get a little break for Thursday all the way through the weekend, and another chance of rain for Monday and Tuesday of next week.